Hi, I'm Tim Troyer, and I'm here today talking with a very special friend of mine, Mr. Gary McFeeders. And Mr. McFeeders isn't just a friend of mine, he's also the owner and founder of McFeeders Taekwondo and now Olympic Taekwondo, and is also my Taekwondo instructor. Mm-hmm. So it's really good to be here with him, and I just wanted to ask a couple questions of you, Mr. McFeeders, about Taekwondo and kind of your journey.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm curious, and I think others will be interested to know, but how did you get started studying Taekwondo? Tell me a little bit about that story.
Well, I started ever since I was a kid. It was something I always wanted to do. It was in my heart, but there just really wasn't a lot of opportunity around town. There just really wasn't anything at all. And as I got older, and when we graduated from high school, Buddy and I was playing basketball at that point, shoot some hoops, and finally I had a car and be able to drive at that point, and we said, it's time to pursue something that I always wanted to do. It was in my heart, and at that point we looked into studying the martial arts and went up there to Canton, Ohio, and we got started.
That's awesome. So what happened after that? I'm assuming you studied and got your black belt, and then where did it go from there?
Yeah, I started up there in Canton, and I was up there about 3 years. Got my black belt there, and then at that point I got accepted to the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. Was fortunate to be there, and kind of pursued my career at that point. That was kind of the launch and the takeoff when I was there. So
has that had a big impact? I mean, I know being exposed to world-class Olympic level athletes, and then of course also world-class Olympic coaches. Mm-hmm. What's been the impact, do you think, on you, and then also on the schools as a result?
That's been a huge impact on me personally. Something that, and if you anybody gets to experience something like that, being around world-class athletes as well as the coaching, it's just a different world. Oh, and I really had the wonderful opportunity to be around those people and learn just a lot of life lessons as well. And that's what I enjoy about the Taekwondo. I try to bring those life lessons to our programs. That's great. What I bring that into it, and try to bring it all for the kids.
I think that's one of the things that really impressed me, as a parent when I started studying Taekwondo at McFeeders. It was more than just learning to fight or learning a sport, trying to get medals or something like that. There was just such a fun atmosphere. It was a place where I had fun with my son. It was, it had an impact on my health. I was able to get in shape and get more flexible. But I was very impressed also that there was a big emphasis on character. That you and the other instructors talked about things like respect and integrity and hard work, and you talked about those not just in class, but when the school, a bunch of the students from the school went bowling together. It was in these informal atmospheres too, of not just talking about the sport or self-defense or whatever, but I found that really powerful.
Yeah, it is something that has a lot of attributes that way. A lot of people get the misinterpretation of what Taekwondo is, but it's actually more than just receiving a black belt. And yes, the children learn to defend themselves, and yes, the adult learns how to protect themselves. And I think that's the obvious, but there is a lot of things behind it that the average person don't understand. That's the integrity of the person. We're more concerned on what's underneath the belt, and that's the individual versus the color of the belt. And building character, building self-esteem, and there's so many attributes that it does have.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed it so much, and I'm sure there's people who are watching this video who are wondering, well, what do I do to either get more information or to sign up or something? And what would you suggest to people that they should do if they're interested, and they'd say, hey, like you, I've had a dream of studying Taekwondo and I want to get involved. What would you tell them to do? Yeah,
the first thing, Tim, I tell them to do is just go to our website, and the website will give all the information that a student or parent would need. Scroll down through, look at everything real well, and give us a call, and we have a special that we get them started with.
Wonderful. Well, and I would just end with that saying, it was such a wonderful thing for me as a parent to be able to do something with my son, that Micah and I were able to do Taekwondo together. And just the car time I had such a big impact, just driving to lessons together and then being able to learn something at the same time. I was also amazed how many good friends I met and made that were just so kind and helpful and are my friends today. It was really special.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we try to make it, we try to look at ourselves as brothers and sisters in Taekwondo. And we, as a family structured martial art program, so it's something for the entire families that they can do together. And that's what we're trying to build. So
great. Well, thank you very much, Mr. McFeeders.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us.